Alright, boys and germs, welcome to Damo's OnlyFans account. Oh, Jesus, wrong channel. Thought I'd give you an old glimpse of the bridge in the morning. Now, the way the sun is shining, it's not working out because it's super dark and you can't see me that way. But I said I'd give you an old glimpse of the bridge before we get going because, as always, it's fucking one awesome piece of architecture. But anyway, usual old story. Welcome to the Daily Crack. If you're watching now, hashtag live in the comments below. If you're watching later on, hashtag later on in the comments. And if you think this video is worth sharing with someone that you know or even don't know, or just want to share it on your own page, please go ahead and do that. It does my channel the world of good. And just from a couple of questions that was asked on my Instagram and Facebook stories as of yesterday, a lot of people were inquiring about, establishing a calorie deficit. What should they be doing? What should they be eating? But let me firstly let everyone know that if, morning Shauna, giddy up. If you are someone that is looking to understand where they should be starting, I do offer consultations where we'll do a Zoom chat for a half an hour to an hour. I can figure out where you are and where you want to go, and I can set you off on the ground running. That is available if that's what you're looking for. But if you're willing to do the shit yourself and get started, this is the video that you need to be looking at today, because I'm going to fucking shite on about basically how you set this stuff up. And fuck me, it's already roasting hot. But anyway, it is what it is. So first things first, what you have to understand about initially setting up your calorie target is, what's your goal? Where are you taking this and what are you looking to do? Are you on a fat loss journey? Are you on a weight gain journey? Or are you on the fucking, edge of both of those? Because knowing the right number of calories to be giving yourself at the moment takes a little bit of time, takes a little bit of understanding of where you are in order to set that shit up. Okay, let's talk about firstly a calorie deficit. Right, if you're applying a calorie deficit to yourself, that means you're trying to lose fat. Now, I have a problem with a lot of the devices out there and the apps that allow you to calculate this stuff. For example, MyFitnessPal, you put in you want to, lose some fat. It will set you up with a ridiculously dramatic calorie deficit that's too great. But people fall into the trap of oh, I want to lose a kilo of fat a week. That'd be fucking fantastic. Now, if you are losing a kilo of fat a week or losing a kilo of weight a week, I can guarantee you it is not body fat you're losing. It's not realistic to lose weight that fast. You're going to lose, you will lose weight, but it's not fat you're losing. You're losing your glycogen stores from your muscle density. You're losing water, but it's not fat you're losing. I can fucking guarantee you that. And my main thing I always tell people is how long has it taken you to get to this weight? And you think you're going to lose all of that in the blink of an eye? No, you have a journey ahead of you. A fucking journey. I always give people an 8-week goal of where they start to where they want to get to. But in that 8 weeks, that's a starting point, a habit training lesson to get to that destination. Gary, what is the crack? How are you keeping? So, first of all, setting this calorie deficit. Know that you have a resting metabolic rate and you cannot be eating below this. Normally, if I set someone a calorie deficit, they're always looking at the calories and going, holy shit, that's a lot of calories. Well, it is. But if you are gaining weight, you are currently eating somewhat very close to that and over that on more consecutive days in the week than you think. So the process will be set a calorie deficit just under your maintenance level, which will be 200-300 calories less than your maintenance level when you look that up. And then we work at that for 2 weeks. We see how you go. Then obviously the process of all of this is tracking calories. All right, so you're going to be tracking your calories. What you eat in that time, I don't fucking give a shit. You eat the fuck what you want, but you make it fit into that calorie target for those couple of weeks. Now, if your goal is to put on muscle, you're a hard gainer, you're a lean cunt, and you're looking to gain weight, the same process applies. We work out your maintenance level right now, and normally for someone that's trying to gain weight, it's probably they're not eating enough calories in the first place. We're trying to get them up to a specific level. So the same method applies. Where's your maintenance level? Bump that up by 200 calories, and now we track. See over the course of 2 weeks where we can get to. And then training your metabolism kicks in. I'm sorry, lads and lassies, there's fucking flies all around the place. Training your metabolism fucking kicks in. The important thing here is to understand that this shit can't be done overnight. Sorry, messages coming flying in. Shit can't be done overnight. Even when you're trying to lose weight, the mentality is, oh well, I need to be eating way less in order to lose the weight or lose the fat. But that's not the case. If you eat super low, and I'm talking about underneath your basal metabolic rate, your resting metabolic rate, if you eat under that, you're applying a huge amount of stress to your system because your body needs food. Your body needs food to function. It needs food for energy. It needs food for repair. It needs food for producing hormones. And if you're under eating, you're not providing your body with a lot of these, whoopsie daisy, sorry, again, messages flying in, a lot of these essential nutrients to provide these processes. So you're upping the level of cortisol. So you're keeping your body in this super stressed state. When your body is super stressed, even if you're eating a really low amount of calories, you're going to store fat. Your body's going to start using what it has internally as nutrients, as food, as protein, as carbs. So it's going to use up all the glycogen that you've stored in your muscles and in your organs and in your blood. It's going to use up all the water that you've stored in these important areas. So yes, you will lose weight, but you're not losing fat. So then you have all these skinny fat people walking around with like really low muscle mass density, but they're still holding the fat on their bodies, and they're irritable, they're moody, they're not sleeping properly, they've lost a lot of weight, but then once they go off whatever particular restrictive calorie diet they're on, they gain a shitload back on. So my process with you is, I got to figure out where is the good starting point. And you've got to trust me on this, because it's the industry that we're in has led everyone to believe that super restricting calories is the way forward when it comes to losing weight. Unfortunately, it's not. For someone that has done an in and out of yo-yo dieting, trying different things for years, and is so used to this mindset of restrict the calories a ridiculous amount, you have your work cut out, because you have a fucked up metabolism right now. So it's going to take time. You got to get used to feeding the body back up. You got to give yourself the calories. It's going to seem fucking completely wrong. It's not going to seem right to you. But let me ask you this question. Has what you've done before worked for you? Simple as. Now, again, let's come back to a calorie surplus, gaining muscle. For those young chaps out there, or even young ladies that are trying to put on some size because you want your t-shirts to fit you properly, you want to look good in what you wear, you want to feel good, because being strong is feeling good as well. You got to also do the work to build your metabolism up. You got to be able to eat more calories more often, and this takes work. Sometimes I need to get an athlete or a person from 2,000 calories up to 3,000. That doesn't happen overnight. So there's certain rules and techniques I have about this. We take time. We add in low FODMAP foods so you digest them easier, so you can eat more over a longer period of time. And again, the process is slow. We're trying to upregulate that metabolism. So over time, my own calorie target right now is 4,000 calories. That has not changed in the last 2 or 3 years. I have built muscle mass. I need to fucking keep that muscle mass. This is the thing you got to understand. Even in a journey of fat loss, you're going to get to a certain point where you're going to have lost a lot of fat, but now we need to maintain muscle. So just because you're on a calorie deficit doesn't mean you stay there. We have to turn that ship around, because now you have gained all these good habits of training hard, building muscle, staying lean, Now we need to feed the muscle that's on your body. So understand that where you start today is not where you end up in fucking tomorrow, or in fucking 10 weeks time, or a year's time, or 2 years time. This journey is a long one, and it starts with you. It starts with you educating yourself and knowing what you do and how you do it. That's why I don't give people meal plans, because giving you a fucking meal plan teaches you nothing. By tracking your calories, however, it brings awareness to what you're fucking doing and what you're putting into your cake hole, and how you can adjust that on a daily basis according to what you're going to be doing and how you're going to be doing it. Now, working with me, everything is slow because it needs to be slow. I can't give you all this information fucking up front and straight out the fucking door, because it's too much to undertake straight away. And everything, this is a journey of turning a ship. We're not driving a fucking jet ski where we can just fucking do a U-turn and it's a fucking round, a U-turn and around we go and back the other way. This is fucking turning the Titanic. You know, it's a slow process, but we gotta work with you in order to get the results you want, and build it slowly and build it steadily. Oh, and now we come to intuitive eating. What the fuck is intuitive eating? Intuitive eating is when we just eat according to what our body wants and how we feel. Not tracking, not looking at macros, none of that stuff. And that is a point you will reach after you've done the tracking and after you've monitored your food. I don't believe there's a single person out there, unless they have freak genetics, that have got the ultimate results that they want, that they sleep well at night, they have good energy levels, without having done some form of tracking their food in the past. I myself will say now I can intuitively eat, but I still need to track my calories every so often to make sure I'm still hitting the same targets. If I have a specific goal I want to reach in a couple of weeks down the road, I will track every single fucking day. It's as simple as that. Intuitive eating is not something that occurs supernaturally, unless you have fucking freak genetics. But it is something you can get to after you've spent the time tracking. Now, my process for people tracking is you do it for 8 weeks and you learn about what your body needs and how it needs it. Maybe a lot of people will continue on because their goal is a little bit longer. It's up to you. Depends on how big your goal is. If you want to gain 20 kilos, I can guarantee you that ain't going to be something I'm going to get off your body in 8 weeks. Not a fucking chance. That's not the way my system works. But it will be lost as long as you're willing to dedicate your lifetime to this journey. And it's not a restrictive eating journey. It's eat whatever the fuck foods you want, but learn how to fuel your vessel. Simple as. Calorie deficit. Know where you are right now. Know your goal, where you want to get to. Learn to burn body fat and keep your muscle mass. Calorie surplus. Make sure you don't rush trying to shove all these calories into your body, and you still got to track, because you're under eating. If you're trying to gain muscle and gain some size and you're not doing it, you're under eating. Train appropriately. Everybody should be training for strength. Everybody should be training to build muscle. This is something that's going to benefit you when you get on in life, and you don't want to have someone coming into the toilet to pick you off the toilet because you haven't the leg strength to pick yourself up. And you don't want to be walking around in a Zimmer frame either. You want to be able to cart yourself around. Intuitive eating will happen when you put in the work and learn what your calories are that satisfies your body. And I've ranted away for so long, my mouth is fucking dry now. So, if there's questions on this, and maybe you're someone that needs help with this and you don't know how to set up your own, I offer consultations. I can help you out. If you're someone that can do this yourself, remember, find out your maintenance level and go 200 calories above or below to start with, and work that way. And just try it. If you've tried everything else, what's the harm in trying fucking this? I believe in you. I know you can do this. It just takes time. How long does it take you to build a back squat from 60 kilos up to 100 kilos? That ain't overnight. That's progress. That's time. That's recording what you've done today to know what you can do next week. Tracking your calories is the exact same thing. It's not an instantaneous results thing. That doesn't happen. It is over time. Know that your journey is long and be willing to put in the work that will get you to success in the long term, not in the short term. I'm going to shut up talking because I have a split stance here and my legs are erect and I want to eat my orange and I want to go get a tan. Giddy up. See you later, guys.